Actually, I want to give you a faraway view also. There's the after. There's the before. Those small taillights make the early models so much cooler. Come over here. This is the before. Over here, the after. There's no movement. I just thought that was pretty cool. Alright, you can see the before and after. When that one's done, I'll bring you back. We should have two taillights, or at least the metal installed. Pretty sweet. Alright, second one is done. There it is. Second one went a lot quicker. Obviously, you get it down, it becomes a lot easier on the second one.
Battery tray.
Well, we also put the battery tray in there, so this debacle doesn't happen again. In through the taillight. Got that at Menards, $4.99. Basically, I drilled 2 holes through the battery tray, 2 bolts. That holds it in place. That'll work.
That's a wrap.
Here's what it looks like from back a bit. Those taillights look so much sweeter on this thing. Alright, well, I'm going to do some minor filler and then try to blend it. I'll bring you back when the paint's blended, then we will install the taillights. Alright, we got the blending action done. Big reveal. Comment what you think so far. There it is. With a little rattle can blend. I think it looks pretty good. Almost like it's meant to be. Once those spots rust up a little bit, it was a little skim coat of Bondo to help hide the weld, and then a thick coat of primer, sanded that down, and then lightly sprayed Rust-Oleum. Tell me that don't look good. I mean, again, it goes with the appearance of the vehicle. This is not a show vehicle, and it is meant to stay rusty. This thing has been a work truck its entire life, and it shall remain a work truck. Yep, rattle can. I think it was called, what was that called? Antique Fossil?
Satin Fossil.
Satin Fossil. Matched about dead nuts. Alright, what I'm going to do now, I will fix the wires I cut there on this taillight, and then we will bolt up the new taillights, plug them in, see if it works. Job well done. Notice there's that, 2 poles on it. The one that was in there had a ground, so I'm going to plug them in to see if they work without a ground. I'm not sure. I might have to modify it to get a ground. I don't know. Something to think about. I'm going to plug them in and I'll bring it back. Alright, we're back at it. We have... What I went ahead and did is I reinstalled the battery in the new battery tray. If you can see that down there. And then put a bungee on it. It's tight, it's not going anywhere. Also at the bottom of that battery tray I put a piece of it was actually stick down modified roofing. It's kind of like a rubber roofing product. Kind of give it a little shock resistance for vibrations if the battery vibrates or whatnot. Also got the taillights wired up, and these taillights, they come ungrounded. There's no ground on it, and I figured by using the rubber seal. I'm assuming they want it to ground to the body, but what I did is I added where that green shrink wrap is a little eyelet, unscrewed that screw there into the housing, and this is grounded to the body right here. So that's my ground. Okay, same thing on this side. The green shrink wrap's my ground to the body. So we're pretty much ready to put bulbs in it to see if it works. I also bought two types of bulbs. This is the standard long life bulb. Price range about $6 for two. And then, being that the taillights are so small, I asked the guy, is there any brighter lights? He said yes, these are brighter. The Sylvania Silver Stars. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put one of these in one taillight, one of these in the other taillight, and see if the guy was BSing me about the brightness. Those are about $12 for two of them, so about double the price. 6, 12. Let's see if they're bright enough to see if they're worth it. I noticed I opened these up and I looked at them. They're supposed to be a whiter light. The only difference I see between the two is this one looks like the glass is cloudy, kind of like it's halfway burnt already, in comparison to this one, which the glass is clear. So I will put this one on the left, one of the Silver Stars on the right. I'll set you up on the tripod and we'll fire up the bus and see if the brake lights, turn signals, and running lights work as they should. Before I go through and mount them to the body, I want to make sure that they work. So let's give it a shot. Long life bulb on the left, the Silver Star on the right. Alright, be right back.
All you have is the left running right. Go.
Alright, that first run was an epic fail. Took it apart and it turned out, I think, the opposite end of the ground wire from the tail light was broke. So I made up a new ground wire. I'm going to put it in, hook it back up to the tail light, and then we will try it again. Alright, the ground wire is replaced on the left turn signal. Again, same situation. Take two. The Silver Star light is on the right. The long life is on the left. I'll go start it up and we will see if this works this time.
Running light. Left blinker. Right blinker. Brakes. Brakes left. Brakes light. Brakes. Running lights, brakes.
All right. From my understanding, it seemed to work. Which one was brighter? Greg, you're our brightness analyzer.
Brighter. $12, brighter than $6.
By how much?
12 and 6, half as much brighter.
Half as much brighter. So it was twice as bright?
Twice as bright.
Was it twice as bright?
$6, $12, brighter.
Driving down the road, you'll bet your life on that. That right light was twice as bright.
Twice as bright.
Twice as bright. So worth the money?
Sitting here, yeah.
Is your life worth the $12, Greg?
Yeah. It's my side, yeah, it's brighter.
All right. So there you have it. Lights are all functioning. What I'll do now is I'll set up the tripod. The one issue that I see that we're going to face in the next is the seals. There's obviously no holes. It's no big deal. I'm just going to take a small drill bit, open up those holes. Actually, the holes don't even exist. But this seal mounts in here. Then the tail light mounts in there around this lip right here. Then the tail light comes and seals from the back side on the inner lip, and then the screws go through the front, through the lens and the lens holder into the tail light, and it draws it all tight, and then it's a done deal. So I'll set you up and we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, we're gonna try drilling this without putting a hole in the finger. These taillights have a small weep hole. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Down here, obviously, that should go on the bottom, at least theoretically. And the label goes up. Alright, let's see how difficult this is gonna be. I know on the later buses, those seals are pretty tricky. That one popped in the hole pretty good. Let's see how it goes in the back. I don't think I'll be able to bring you in there with me. It's pretty tight. I'll pop it in there and then I'll bring it back. Alright, we got her in. You can see how that seal surrounds it. You didn't want to be in there anyway. It wasn't appropriate for all audiences, the language. But how I, the easiest way it seemed, I slid the one side in, the far side I can't see. And then I took a small screwdriver, started at the bottom and got that lip there, and then pulled the screwdriver around without pushing too hard, because if you push too hard it'll push through the other side of the seal and pop out. So this one wasn't too bad. These seem easier than the larger taillights that were in it. So now 2 screws and it should be done.
that's kind of pinching the top of that right there. It's not fitting over the membrane. Lube.
That slid her down.
Get that to chunk.
Like that.
Nice.
Okay.
Like a shoehorn effect.
Pretty straight.
Nice. Drawing up.
Very nice.
That's very nice.
All right. On to the next one. All right. The project's done. I just wanted to show it. Weather. It's raining, which means to us up in the north, spring is around the corner. Thank God it's not snow. But here is the final look of it. Started out with the, if you remember, the later models taillights. Converted it to the early model taillights, the round. Now, Greg's gonna go fire it up. We're gonna see how it works. Man, like a sewing machine. Damn it thing. There's the brake light. Left turn. Right turn. Going all over the place. Brake. Turn the headlights on. Running lights. Left. Left with brake. Right. Everything's working. Alright. Well, I appreciate you watching. I'll be posting more videos. You know, give me some comments. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, because I will be posting more, and maybe you can see what else we got going on. Because we're getting her down low.